and you compare him to the guy who was in the White House yesterday in the press room asking Jay Carney a question. Now, this is a guy from, what's his name, Pat?
Tommy Christopher.
Mediaite. From Mediaite. Now,
oh, what a hack.
I honestly, and I mean this sincerely, is there something wrong with him?
Well, after these questions, you have to wonder.
Yeah, I mean,
beyond just
pandering,
partisan pandering.
Yeah, this is just partisan pandering. But this is so simple-minded. It's embarrassing. It is so simple-minded and pandering that I wonder if there is something wrong with him. Because listen to this question asked by Mediaite yesterday in the press room.
Tommy.
Actually, I have 3 questions.
3?
Yes. Come on. First of all, I don't know if you're aware of this, but when I had a heart attack 3 years ago, I was uninsured, and I haven't been able to get insurance ever since then. But listening to all the pressure on the president to negotiate, a lot of it from inside this room, made me think, is there a chance the president would be willing to delay Obamacare for a year if Republicans were to agree to delay heart attacks for a year?
Okay, stop.
Yay.
Notice that there's nobody in the press room laughing. And nobody laughed at that.
No.
Because that is such an outrageously stupid question.
So
you
stupid.
Question the man's IQ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
you seriously do.
You seriously question the man's IQ.
Yeah.
Because that is, I mean, what are you? You're applying for a job?
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing? Really? Is that what you're doing? Are you applying for a job? Would the president delay Obamacare for a year if the Republicans decide to delay heart attacks for a year?
I mean, that's just mindless stupidity.
Yeah. Okay.
And it went on. There was more.
Yeah, there was more. This is one of 3.
Yeah.
Here's the next one.
My second question, I was talking to my mom this morning, right out here actually, and she asked me to ask you to please open the government back up again. And I know you can't just do that, but she's really worried about her Social Security check. And I told her, don't worry, Mom, we'll get it taken care of. I don't want you to worry. But, Steve Ratner last night said that October 23rd is one of these drop dead dates, that stuff starts to pile up. And so I guess my question is, should she be worried?
Okay, so
Wow.
I'm talking to Mommy. Okay, so I'm already questioning his IQ on the first one.
So Tommy's talking to his mom.
Tommy's talking to Mommy, and Mommy wants to know about the Social Security check. By the way, if this president defaults on anything, I think it was Sarah Palin that said this, and I agree. That's impeachment.
Mm-hmm.
You can impeach him for that. That's high crimes. You cannot default.
No.
You cannot default. He is picking and choosing. You cannot, according to the Constitution, default. And why no one will say that is beyond me. If you aren't paying your Social Security checks, that again will be by choice, the president's choice, not Congress's choice. And if anybody thinks that the president would choose not to pay Social Security, then that says something about the president of the United States. That should tell you something about the president of the United States. So I would tell Tommy's mommy that, and Tommy, you call Mommy today when you call her, and you say, Mommy, I want you to know it would be the president that would decide not to cut your check
to him.
But I want you to know, Mommy, that the people that are your age, the president has already bullied and tried to keep them out of their own private memorial. So, Mommy, maybe you should worry because the president seems to be a bad guy. Now, here's the third question.
After
what I would say about that, which goes to the issue of the debt ceiling, is that the basic premise that the United States always pays its bills on time is not jeopardized. So that's the position the president's taken.
Last question. Do you remember the last debt ceiling deal? There was a plan floated, it was called the McConnell Plan, where Congress would authorize a debt ceiling increase for, I think it was a year and a half, and it would hold a vote every so often so that Republicans could vote no, but it would require a 2/3 majority to overrule, so it gave the president the authority. Is something like the McConnell Plan in the air now, being discussed now, and if not, why not?
Oh, those are 3 hard-hitting, brutal questions. I
don't think I understood that question, Pat. I don't think I understood that. That's really...
Was that too tough a question?
Too tough a question
for you to get? Yeah, it was pretty complex.
I'm still worried about Tommy's mommy.
I know, me too. I'm worried about whether the Republicans will agree to delay heart attacks for a year.
I can't.
Will they agree to that? I don't think so.
Mediaite.
They're too evil. They're too evil.
Mediaite. Did anybody in your office?
I mean, that's got to be embarrassing.
Oh, my gosh.
How do you let the guy back in the office? They've got some actual people who work there, some real journalists who work there and are really trying to do some actual work. And then you got this clown? Really?
I mean, that's the guy you send to the White House?
That's amazing.
Tommy and his mommy?
My understanding of this, or at least, has been the rumor in media circles for a long time, was Mediaite, he's on their staff because he had that seat. Like, he had the White House press clearance already, so that's why they brought him in. Not because they thought he was good, but because he had the seat and they needed someone who had the seat. I mean, it's a good site. Mediaite does a lot of really good, interesting
Mediaite
things.
is, but that's embarrassing.
He's horrible. It's embarrassment,
That's really embarrassing. And
I'd rather not have the seat than have that guy.